Is it balanced? Or is forward? Are you sure it's balanced? It's looking like it's going to fall.
Yeah, I know. It looks like we're going to fall, but it
Are you sure?
me and Abby are using our phones.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. I'm going to take a few seconds to turn off the AC, the air conditioning. Help me turn it off, please. Okay. Thank you. So sorry we're starting late. I'm going to take a few seconds to connect to my IG Live. YouTube.
You're on Spectrum, that's why.
No, my YouTube is on online day.
Are you sure? Did you check it?
Yes. Let me quickly check my network provider to see what's going on.
Okay. Wait, come on.
A bit of a network challenge. Just give me a few minutes, a few seconds.
Okay. Do you want to move? Are you okay with it like this?
I'm going to try to see if I can position this.
Do you want to move this up here?
Let me try to see if this is better so I can connect with everyone.
So you'll be looking up to the two of them. You prefer it down?
I'm still going to be looking back and forth. I'm trying to see how
So
I can do
a bit.
this.
Hold on. So it doesn't fall. You are live here already.
So welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. Sorry, I was taking a bit of your time, trying to ensure that today I stay focused. I keep eye contact with everyone, both the people on my IG Live and the people on my YouTube Live. So welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. Connection on my Instagram live feed is still not coming up. So I think it's the network, but it's soon going to be up. So welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. And on today's topic, still on divorce, but on today's topic, we're going to be discussing things you must not do, things you shouldn't do if you want to have a successful divorce. If you want your divorce to sail through successfully, things you must never do. I'm going to be sharing some of the mistakes that I made, and I'm also going to be sharing some of the mistakes that I have seen people make in the course of a divorce proceedings. Now remember that we're still on this topic, divorce. Last week we treated how to get a divorce from a Nigerian high court, the cost and the duration. So if you haven't watched last week's episode, you can catch up. It's on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tastebudzng. Hello, Nato. Thank you for joining in. Hello, T-Blaze. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. I see you all. Thank you for joining in. So catch up on last week's episode and you'll understand what this week's episode is all about. Things you mustn't do if you do want to have a successful divorce. Some of us think that when you file for a divorce, it is automatic. Hello, Fejala. Thanks for joining in. Some of us think it is automatic for your divorce to sail through. You have filed for a divorce, it is automatic. The High Court judge has no option but to grant your wish. I'm here to bust your bubble. It isn't automatic. It isn't automatic that your divorce will sail through. I have seen people file for a divorce, and after many years, the High Court judge refused to get the marriage dissolved for many reasons. And on today's topic, I'm going to be sharing some of those reasons with you. First thing, if you're filing for a divorce, never neglect legal aid, like legal advice. You should ensure you get an attorney, ensure you get a lawyer. Sometimes people feel that because they're not the ones filing, they have been served. Your partner just served you a divorce paper. You're not the one that filed. So you don't see any reason why you should get your own lawyer involved. You just want to sign the document and just get it over with. That is one of the biggest blunders you can make. The legal document before you is not just written, well, it is written in English, but there are some legal technicalities that only a professional will know and advise you accordingly. So don't think that the only time you should seek legal aid is when you are the one initiating it. Whether you are the person initiating the divorce or you were served, you should endeavor to get legal counsel. Pay for it and listen to whatever advice that they have to offer before putting your signature on that document. 2, ensure that your assets are listed out. Take a documentary or have your net worth documented. Some of us do not know what our net worth is. We do not know what our assets are. When I'm talking about assets, I'm talking about anything that has monetary value. It can be landed properties. It can be jewelry running into significant amounts of money. It can be shares, foreign investments, local investments, whatever it is that adds up to monetary value. You should take the time to analyze everything that you have, list them out, and inform your lawyer about your assets before filing for a divorce. It is very important. I remember when I filed for my divorce initially, I felt that some properties that I owned, they are mine. I didn't see any reason why it should be in contention. You know, it is funny when you have a property or you have something and it is in your name. Automatically, you're going to look over it and say, this is mine. Nobody is going to be in contention of it. But I learned that that doesn't really work. People can stand up any time of the day and claim even things that it's not in their names. You might have a car that is in your name, and because you think that car is in your name, there is no point listing it out as part of your asset while filing for a divorce. Who will come and claim a car that is yours? But I'm here to tell you, they can always claim something that isn't theirs. It's a litigation. Anyone can sue for anything, whether it is in their names or not. Anyone can sue. Anyone can make claims on anything. So you're better off listing out every item, whether it is in your name, it is in the name of your father, whatever it is. If you know it belongs to you or you lay some sort of claim to it, you are better off listing it out before filing for that divorce proceedings. Before filing, it is important you list them out, because if you do not list them out from the get-go, you're going to end up with multiple lawsuits. Your partner can wake up any day and institute another lawsuit in another court. So you're now going to have multiple lawsuits. You're going to have divorce proceedings in one court, and you're going to have another lawsuit in another court. summoning you to come and explain some of the assets that are in contention. So if you do not want this to happen, you are better off listing out everything that you own: assets, landed properties, cars, jewelry. Yeah, you can even go that far, depending on the monetary value that is attached to it. So never ever undermine your financial worth. Never ever ignore your net worth before filing for a divorce. That is point 2. First point I said is get legal counsel, get an attorney. You must never go into a divorce without getting a lawyer. Second point, list all your assets. Itemize them. Let your lawyers be informed about them before filing for a divorce suit. Number 3, be deliberate about the people that you want to know about your divorce proceedings. Do not go into a divorce in secret. Let the people that are important to you know that you are filing for a divorce, because 1, you're going to need them for emotional support, not necessarily legal advice or legal support, but for the emotional support. You want them to be there for you, and also you want them to know of your status, your relationship status. A lot of people go into a divorce not wanting anyone to know about it for so many reasons. Some of the reasons are you do not want to be discouraged. You don't want some people, there are some people you tell you're filing for a divorce, and the next thing they tell you, oh, you're going to die. My goodness, you're going to hellfire. Oh, you're going to burn up, So because of that, you just want to file for this divorce without letting too many people know about it or letting anyone know about it. I'm here to tell you that it is a mistake. It is a grave error. You must let people know you are filing for a divorce. But you have to be deliberate about the people you tell. You have to know the reasons why you're telling these people you're filing for a divorce. And you have to select the people you want to know that you're filing for a divorce. But the mistake you should never make is to go into a divorce proceedings in secret. In my own case, when I filed for over a year, I didn't even want to tell anyone about it, because the usual, oh, why are you doing this? Go down on your knees, pray to God, it's going to work. I did all that like 10 years ago. So I didn't want anyone telling me that. So I filed for a divorce and I kept it secret for almost a year. I didn't even want anyone. Before I could even tell my mom, I was almost 6 months into the divorce proceedings. She was alarmed. So that is something you should never do. Because if you're in a contentious divorce, your partner is going to use it to their advantage. And they are going to keep lying and telling everyone that you're fine, you're good, you're not in a divorce. And that doesn't speak well of you. Peradventure in future you want to get into another relationship. A lot of people are going to see you as prostituting. A lot of people are going to see you as cheating on your partner. But what they do not know is you have moved on. The marriage is over. You filed for a divorce many years ago in secret. So now that you want to move on, a lot of people are going to see you as, oh, why is she cheating on her husband? Oh, why is he cheating on his wife? So let people know your status. Don't be hypocritical about it. Do not hide the fact that you have filed for a divorce. But remember, most importantly, choose the people you want to know about your relationship status. Let them know that you are in a divorce. So that's the third point. Do not be secretive about filing for a divorce. Now, the fourth point when filing for a divorce. Do not, I repeat, do not go back into having sexual intercourse with your estranged husband or your estranged wife. That is a no-no. Should a High Court judge hear that in the course of the divorce proceedings that both parties are still having sexual intercourse, or they even as much as had it once, that is red light. The judge is going to deny the dissolution of marriage on the grounds that both parties are still in love with each other and should go back and work on their relationship. Now I'm here to tell you this ain't no Hollywood. This is Nigeria. There are some things you see in America and all these Western movies we watch where they try to emphasize on the fact that both parties can still remain mutual friends while still going through a divorce proceedings. I find that applaudable. I find that very civilized. And I actually think that in Africa or in Nigeria, our high courts should encourage that. But it's unfortunate if they as much as find out that you have a mutual relationship with your estranged husband or your estranged wife, that is a ground for denial of the dissolution of marriage. I have seen it happen so many times. There was a couple that walked into a high court. They've been on and on with this divorce thing for about 3 years. And in the 4th year, the judge was ready to, the judge was ready to give her judgment, to make the judgment on the issue. And what the judge said shocked everyone. I happened to be in court that day for my own court case. And what the judge said was she was going to deny the dissolution of marriage on the grounds that both parties are still friends, that have the keys to each other's apartments. The wife said she had the key to the estranged husband's apartment. The estranged husband said he had the keys to the wife's apartment simply because they have a kid together, they have a child, they have a daughter together. So they felt that, look, we have fallen out of love with each other. We want to move on with our lives. We no longer want to be married, but we just want to remain friends for the sake of our daughter. So the ex-husband or the estranged husband was like, this is my apartment key. Anytime you need to come and drop our daughter, you can just let yourself in, And in the course of the divorce proceedings, they told the judge that, personally, I don't see anything wrong with that, but it was reality check. I was shocked that in Nigeria, they don't even encourage, the judiciary is not encouraging mutual relationships. Because what do you want me to say about that? A couple chooses to be friends for the sake of their child to the point where they shared apartment keys. And that is a ground for denial for dissolution. This is amazing. So I said I was going to share this with you guys. Grounds for denial of the dissolution of marriage. You can't be too chummy with your ex. You have to keep that distance. That's a Nigerian factor. But I know it doesn't work that way in the States. It doesn't work that way in UK. It doesn't work that way in civilized crimes. So I don't know. For me, it's a cause for concern because there are some couples that really do want to maintain a healthy relationship with their exes, but they know they can never be married again. So I don't know what needs to be done, but I really think that area should be looked into. As for having sexual intercourse with your estranged husband or estranged wife, that is a no-no. A total no-no. That's a no-go area. I mean, why would you want to file for a divorce from someone that you're still sexually attracted to? It doesn't even make any sense. So if you have filed for a divorce and you will still find yourself having sexual relationship with your ex, that divorce is not going to go through if the judge should hear of it. That is not going to go through. So that is a no-no. We have discussed 5 points here. Get legal counsel, get a lawyer to look into the divorce papers, whether you're receiving the divorce papers or you're the one filing for the divorce papers, get a lawyer. Take note of your assets, list them out, and let your lawyers be informed of all that you have, everything that is of financial value to you. Be deliberate about the people that you choose to tell about your divorce. Be deliberate about the people you choose to know about your relationship status, but never ever go into a divorce in secret. It's not going to pay you at the end of the day. Point 4, don't go back being chummy with your ex, sharing keys, apartments, exchanging apartment keys, or having sexual relationships, or hanging out. Oh, we're just at the club. We went for a drink. It doesn't go well in the Nigerian High Court from what I have gathered. So please, these are all the points I have here to tell you, to share with you today. And also, in your bid to want to have a peaceful dissolution of marriage, remember that if that desire isn't mutual, no matter how much you want for this dissolution to go smoothly, to go easy, it's never going to work, because it always takes two to tango. If you want a peaceful dissolution and your partner doesn't want a peaceful dissolution, that is never going to happen. So you always have to read the signs on the wall and then follow through. Okay? So those are the signs you should look out for when filing for a divorce. I learned from my own mistakes. My mistake was I didn't move out on time from my matrimonial home. I was staying there because the High Court judge asked me to continue staying, and I didn't see anything wrong with staying there. And my estranged husband was staying in another city, in another state. But in the course of the divorce proceeding, I saw how contentious everything became, and the physical violence and the fighting and the beating. I just realized that it isn't enough for you to say you are living alone under the same roof that once was your marital home. The other party can always come in there at any time and raise hell. So if you want to have a peaceful dissolution, you are better off moving out of your matrimonial home, because even when they tell you that they are moving out and they're leaving you there alone, trust me, they're still going to come back and fight you whenever they feel like. They're still going to come back and give you hell, as long as that home is or once was the matrimonial home you shared. Either party moving out doesn't change anything, because they can always come back and give you a physical beating. They can always come back and give you a physical fight. So creating that distance is very important when filing for a divorce. Move to a new area, move to a new location. Do not remain in your matrimonial home. If you have a choice, move away. It can save you your life. We have heard of stories of estranged husbands that relocated or left their wives and relocated to another state, another city, while the divorce the divorce proceedings was in court, and in the middle of the night, the estranged husband showed up and burnt the whole house with the woman inside. We've heard of stories like that. So if you can't afford it, please move away from your matrimonial home when filing for a divorce. So these are all the points, and if you do have any questions you'd like us to talk about, to discuss, let me hear them. The reason why I did this show this week was after last week's show, some people sent me DMs asking me if they could still go on living in their matrimonial home while filing for a divorce because of the battery and the ongoing fights and quarrels. And I just realized that that is a no-no. That's one thing you shouldn't do. And I wanted to talk about it. So if you're in that situation, please, your life is worth more than fighting for a property or remaining in a property that you co-own. You know, you live to fight another day. So you can actually move out, rent a place while fighting for the property that you believe you co-owned. It is better that way. Learn from those that lost an eye. Learn from those that lost an arm in the course of a divorce proceeding. In the course of a divorce proceeding. So please stay far away as you can from your estranged wife or your estranged husband while filing for a divorce. You're better off doing that. So that will be it on today's topic. If you have any questions, let us hear. Chiamaka, good evening. I just watched last week's show an hour ago and I learned so much. Thank you. Hello, Tastebudz. I'm joining for the first time. Hello, Flogsy. Thank you for joining in for the first time. Please catch up with our previous episodes and you'll understand what life's journey is all about. We're all here to listen to each other, tell our stories. We're here to learn from each other, to support each other on our journeys through life. I'm particularly concerned with women and women-related issues because our society has made it really difficult for women to actually speak up, speak out, and say those things that are bothering them. So I want more women to be courageous enough to come out and tell their stories. When you tell your story, you will feel liberated. When you tell your stories, like a whole lot of burden has been taken off your shoulder. And you will be empowering someone out there that is going through that same thing that you have just experienced. You will be helping someone out there to come out of their shell and fight for what they truly believe in. So that is what life's journey is all about. We're here to help each other. We're here to support each other by telling our stories, one story at a time. Thanks for the advice, Destiny. Oh, thank you for joining in. Very well said, Dowen. Thank you for joining in. The network has been really terrible today and coupled with the power outage, but not to worry, in the next few seconds it's going to come back on. So that is what life's journey is all about. We're here to help each other. So if you have a story and you would like to share with us, you are welcome to come on my platform and share your stories. And if you are too embarrassed, you do not want your face to be seen, you can also call our Life's Journey WhatsApp line and speak to us on the voice call. Your story is important to us. Your liberation, your freedom is important to us. We want to hear about your testimonies. We want to hear how you broke free and how you made it, how you started living your dreams. So thank you for joining in and do have a wonderful Saturday evening. And remember all the points, have that in mind. you want to file for a divorce, especially from the Nigerian High Court. There are certain things you cannot do in Nigeria, but you can get away with them in the Western society. Take care, everyone. It's really sad now, people who walk this journey are lonely and they have no one to talk to. Yes. Yeah. It can be really lonely when you do not have anyone to talk to. You're going through a divorce, you're too scared to discuss it with anyone, and as a result of that, you're secretive about it. Your estranged spouse can even use that to their advantage. If they really do not want to get a dissolution of the marriage, if they don't want to give you a divorce, they can take advantage of that and never show up in court. They are going to frustrate you, and they're going to ensure that they drag the divorce proceedings for as long as possible, for as long as they can, because they are being secretive about it. They do not want people to know about it. They are happy when you don't tell people about it. So they keep pretending that you're both still married. And that isn't working for you, because what you want is to get out. You want to get out. So let the story be out there that it is over. There is no need living a lie or making it a big secret that no one needs to know. Let people know, let them know, but choose carefully whom you choose to tell. You are so on point. Thanks for using your voice. Oh, Rewish Danny, thank you for joining in. Rewish Danny, yeah, it's really sad how people who walk this journey are so alone in and so lonely. So please, let's not try to isolate ourselves, especially when we need to talk to people. There are people out there that are willing to help you through this walk. There are so many NGOs out there with people willing to help you through this walk. You can also reach me, send me a DM, call our WhatsApp line, send me a WhatsApp message. Let me know what you're going through. I promise I will listen and I will help you in any way that I can. I have been on that path. I'm still on that path because I still have legal suits here and there. I'm still on that path. It's not over, but it's a lot better. And I'm here to tell you that it gets easier by the day. It actually gets easier. The burden gets lighter by the day. So don't be afraid to make that step. Don't be afraid to take that plunge into changing your present if it is not appealing. Take care, everyone, and do have a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining in. And it's Life's Journey with Benedicta. Log on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/tastebudzng. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, comment, and share this video if you found it helpful. Bye-bye.